And today we're going to talk with Dr. Michael Koch about the benefits of three products in particular. Three I kind of wanted to focus on, and we'll touch on the others, but the three I wanted to focus on today is Stem, Fulvix, and Lucky Hemp, which is our 1,000 milligram CBD product. And I'll let Michael Koch, Dr. Koch, tell you a little bit about what those three things are: Stem, Fulvix, and Lucky Hemp.
Well, okay, so three, as you said, the three different products. The Stem product is an encapsulated stem cell or fibroblastic growth cell product. It comes from chicken eggs, fertilized chicken eggs. Sounds funny, I know, but it's true. And it essentially, on the 9th day of gestation, a chicken egg, or a fertilization, a chicken egg is the surrounding albumin, or the white stuff that we eat, is full of what we call fibroblastic growth cells. And those fibroblastic growth cells are only one of about 100 different growth cells or growth factors. Let's use the word factor in the body. So, and it's completely 100% compatible with the human being. What's important here to note is that these growth factors have to be present with stem cells in order for the stem cells to reproduce correctly an individual type of cell. So we have all kinds of cells in our body. We have hair cells and eye cells and brain cells and blood cells and bone cells and all that kind of stuff, about 100 different ones. And so the growth factor has to be present in order for a stem cell, which is a blank cell to begin with. It's blank, it can't reproduce on its own in most cases, to then reproduce one of these other cells. We go into depth later on that. Now, the next product that we want to talk about is the fulvic acid. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So fulvic acid is an interesting product. Fulvic acid is essentially liquid with tons and tons and tons of minerals in it, what we call essential minerals and amino acids. And it allows the body to change or utilize these minerals. And minerals are essential for all functioning of the body. Most people think vitamins are essential. Vitamins are essential for our bodies, but we also know that the minerals are actually even more important. And so minerals help facilitate the functioning of our electrolytes, or the electrical transmission of nerve impulses throughout the body. So we start there. A lot of people are deficient with minerals because we just don't have enough minerals in our soil today as we did 40, 50, 60 years ago. So the food that we're eating doesn't really have the minerals in it to quite keep up with our demand of this world of all the stresses that we have.
Okay.
And the third one was
Lucky Hemp. Lucky Hemp.
All right, so the next product that we're going to talk about is Lucky Hemp. Lucky Hemp is a CBD product. So you have to be hiding under a rock someplace to not know or have heard about CBD
Sure.
in this world. And just like any other thing that's a nutraceutical, and these are nutraceuticals, by the way. Nutraceutical is a pharmaceutical grade nutritional product, essentially. It's made from organic, in this case, organically grown hemp that's completely without any pesticides, herbicides, or soil contamination. That's important because if we're going to concentrate this oil, which we do, we need it to be as pure as possible. So we're making sure that happens with the hemp, the Lucky Hemp. It's 100% purified, and it's extracted by a process called supercritical CO2. Not that that's important, except that almost anyone you talk to that does CBD refinement They don't use that process. They use other processes, including using other chemicals, noxious, harsh chemicals like turpentine, actually, to strip the oil out of the plant. And then, of course, you have to get rid of the turpentine, which means you have to boil it off. Doesn't matter how much you boil it, there's always a little residual left. So a lot of the CBDs that are out there just plain don't have that kind of purity, and therefore they're not as good for you. Now, CBDs are funny things. They're marvelous, wonderful. It's the most important, powerful oil in the world right now. What it does is it has two factors that it works on in the body. The first factor is neurological. So anything that has to do with the brain and the nervous system and your nerves and your spine and into your toes and your feet and your fingers, those nerves, like anything else, can get old or they can become damaged. And there are lots and lots and lots of things that'll damage them. We can't go into that. But people with different kinds of conditions that we're going to talk about in a minute, fibromyalgia, neuropathy, all kinds of headaches and pain, even pain after an injury, will that usually require narcotics or opioids to get better, we find are greatly improved with the CBDs. As a matter of fact, we wrote several articles on this a couple of years ago on how chronic pain and patients that are on opioids and narcotics can then get off the opioids and narcotics just by using a really, really, really good CBD oil. Lots and lots and lots of research, tons, stacks and stacks and stacks of research from all over the world prove that to be true. So we're not saying something that isn't proven. These are proven facts on all kinds of studies that have been done. All right, so that's a quick overview of the three products.